know how Steppin with Marcus. Jay, we're back. Thank you so much for staying with us. Be down with us. 804-402-2893 is the number to dial here in studio with us. We want to thank everybody that's listening to us, the folks on MixLR, for hanging in there with us. I know we had some technical difficulties there, but I still see the lights on there, so we see y'all still there. Appreciate it. Special thanks to those people that are listening to us on their mobile devices, on TuneIn, as well as on Loud City. Go in and sign up for both of those applications to carry us in your pocket. Mobilely, Legacy Internet Radio, 3 words. All you got to do is search and save, and all of the programming that we have on Legacy Internet Radio can be heard on any of those TuneIn, Loud City, as well as on this website. The MixLR, this is exclusive to this show, but live in radios tomorrow, Tuesday, the Green Room version 2.0 with Jay Grizzy and Lissa P on Wednesday. Did they just play that? The Music Only show on Thursday, replaying this show on Friday. Music all day on Saturday, starting midday, culminating with the 7 o'clock Deep House session with DJ Renee Melinda. 6 days a week, Legacy Internet Radio. No excuse to not be able to find us because we are everywhere. It's time to move on and jump around the round table. My man Big Rube is going to lead us. What you got, my man?
It's a round table. Big Rube. Of course, every week I bring you a couple topics that we need to talk about. Don't forget to hit us up on MixLR. Give us a call. Hey, what's the phone number there?
Phone number is 804-402-2893.
Thank you. Also, feel free to chime in. Life is always good when you talk. Now, today, we're going to start off with obviously the obvious one. Last Tuesday was the BET Awards. For the
BET Hip Hop Awards, whatever. Correct? You got to differentiate.
Excuse me, the BET Hip Hop Awards. You're right. I apologize to those who watch that and who watch it. Cause real talk, I don't even watch it. I just look at the ciphers on YouTube. Now, before we get to, I got a couple questions about it. First of all, did y'all see the BET Hip Hop Awards?
I did watch it.
I did not DVR'd it only to watch the ciphers, but I haven't gotten to it yet.
All right. So I'm sorry, it's going to be if you plan to watch it, it's going to be a couple surprises. That's about to get busted, spoilers, whatever.
I don't care enough for it to bother.
Now, first of all, I need y'all to be honest with me. Is it even worth watching?
You watched. You tell us.
I watched part of it. I didn't watch the whole thing.
I don't think it's worth watching anymore, really. I don't. I like to hear the song. I don't even like to admit for real that I know most of the songs, but I do. I mean, it's true. I do. That's hilarious. But I do give it I enjoy Kendrick's performance. I enjoy his cypher. He gets mad props from me. But most of the people that got awards weren't even there. Like Drake won a couple, I think he won.
Drake's never had any awards. I don't know why, but that's a different story for a different time.
And yeah. The ciphers, if they had a show full of ciphers, that would probably be more.
I'm thinking the same thing because, I'm a fan of the ciphers. That's why. When was the last BET Award show you actually watched?
I cannot tell you.
Ooh.
Not really a fan of those shows.
Why? I guess the question is why are you not a fan of the BET Awards, whether hip hop or regular? Or is it just you don't like award shows, or you really just don't like the BET Awards?
Well, I don't particularly care for hip hop that much.
Okay, but if it was the Stellar Awards, or if it was what's the other one?
Not really. Man, I don't really care for any of the shows. Really, I don't really watch them at all.
So you don't watch BET at all?
No.
Nothing.
No.
Wow.
All right.
I don't.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm so surprised, but it just.
Well, I figure most people watch like one or two. Like Marcus.
I barely even watch TV.
Like Marcus J, he admitted earlier that he watches the game. God knows why.
Yes, that
game is so horrible.
I mean, I like
but
the game. I'm not
it's
gonna
whatever.
sit here and debate what I like with you.
But the game. But Marcus J, you say you don't watch it, but you DVR'd it.
Yes.
Now, are you a fan of watching any award show or BET, or is it just you had other things to do that day?
No, I was watching Mommy Dearest when that show was on, and it was that to me was more important to watch than the BET Awards. I'm sorry, Brandy, the hip hop awards.
Yes.
But seriously,
especially when you own the DVD.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, I own a DVD. Yeah, my dearest is the joint.
What's your favorite line?
Watched it. Don't with me, fellas. Yo, there's a woman in a room full of dudes. They tried to fire her, and she said that. Anyway, I don't want to steal his thunder, but she asked me a question.
That's fine.
But I will. I mean, a lot of it has to do with how I feel. Like anything that is attached to BET to hip hop that says hip hop, I'm looking at it with the raised eyebrow. Unless it's, and it's not even actually. I was going to say unless it's the legends when they honor legends every year, but that's not even BET. That's VH1 that does that. Yep. And so I don't like today's hip hop. I don't want to be an old fogey when it comes to it, but the reality for me is I don't like the direction of it, and I don't like a lot of what I see in it. And to be honest with you, I think today's best rappers are so worse than the old school horrible rappers that it just kills me. Like Ahmad had one song called Back in the Day, and everything else he ever did was terrible, and he would rap 2 Chainz under a freaking table.
However, he was really hot on that Snoop Dogg track on Doggy Style. Really? You killing me right now, Marcus.
I mean, which I just named
Ahmad.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Ahmad was. I mean, you kind of helping me make my point, but I mean, I keep hearing about Kendrick Lamar. Shout out to my man Said out of Tennessee. He's been telling me about Big Crit for a long time. Yeah. So I mean, and he's been telling me, Kendrick Lamar, and I saw Kendrick Lamar on Arsenio Hall one night. I wasn't impressed. I'm sorry. Drake to me is one of the wackest great rappers I've ever heard. His voice is annoying to me. His voice is just annoying. So
okay, the best part of the night was MC Light's.
I was gonna get into that.
I'm sorry. I'm jumping the gun. I'm jumping the gun. MC Light's acceptance speech, she was given the award for lifetime achievement or whatever they called it. Was some kind.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
I had someone to say, even for that part that she said about men don't degrade the black women, But back in the days, your song was "You Want a Roughneck," so people were like, "Okay, you got to make up your mind what you want." I'm sorry. Go ahead, Big Rude.
No. That's a very good point. And I felt like MC Light was really on stage for about 30 seconds. She said a couple things. She didn't want to hear the music come get you. She didn't want the Sandman to come out or whatever. So she said what she had to say, and she rolled out. And I thought, to me, if she felt that she didn't want to get the call or whatever, because they start playing music in the background or send somebody out or whatever, I thought that would have been completely disrespectful for BET to do that. Yeah. And I felt that she should have had at least 2 minutes to really say some stuff that she wanted to say, to thank a whole bunch of people, because, people can say what they want, but you have no terrible female hip hop. You have no good female hip hop without MC Light, because MC Light is probably the best female hip hop artist ever. And I really felt that it was rushed. I felt that she just felt like she didn't get there. Maybe she was scared of the limelight, not her thing, whatever. But I really felt that she was up there for 30 seconds. Yeah, 20, 30 seconds and out. And I was just like,
I thought it was hilarious that they had. Now, no disrespect to Will Smith, because he was one of the first, major mainstream rap artists, but to have him on there to speak about MC Light, like that was some kind of, like everybody in the crowd would go, yeah, Will Smith. No.
First of all, I'm shocked Will Smith was in the building.
He wasn't in the building. He was just on the.
I didn't see it.
They played like a video before of people.
He would be there. Wow.
No, he wasn't there. He was there. I think he had enough of Miley Cyrus when they went to that award show. But
he's like, enough.
Who was there? She was at the BET Awards when Mike Will made it. I was shocked.
Miley Cyrus also said that being an N-word is just being cool. It's a state of mind. It's like not a big deal. That's like paraphrasing a quote she made.
She's pregnant by Juicy J.
And that's not true. It's just a rumor.
It was a rumor.
Thank God. A rumor, yeah.
Thank God.
I mean, but see, this is why I got issues with hip hop today, and I got issues with the hip hop awards now.
People are
because it's stuff like that. It's just like, really, you gonna have Miley Cyrus up at the BET Awards? Like, really? Come on, man.
We're in nothing.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. And there's no way that Miley Cyrus said to herself,
she was at those awards?
It's no way anyone's going to tell me that Miley Cyrus said, "Yo, I'm going to the BET Awards." No, it didn't work that way. BET, seeing that she's hot right now, contacted her people, and that's how they got her there. I would be willing to bet that's how it went.
She's hanging with them. She's hanging with Juicy J, and they made a song together recently.
Yeah, but it's all about those connects because people in his camp gonna hear this song and gonna be like, "Oh, that Miley Cyrus chick, let me check her music out," and then vice versa. That's how that stuff works. That's how that stuff get.
And you know the crazy part is I know we're not meant to talk about Miley Cyrus. I've heard from Caucasian people that her album's actually decent.
I have one of her CDs.
No, like the new one that just came out.
Well, her new one, she has a song on there.
The Wrecking Ball? Or?
I like the
something about it's our world, it's my world.
Yeah,
I like that song.
And we won't
stop.
That's
Yeah. I mean,
I like that.
I guess ultimately we can say what we want about Miley Cyrus, but
she's making money.
She has brought herself back to the limelight, and like I said, it's one thing to say that she's got a ratchet album, whatever. But it's getting critically acclaimed by like white people who have juice, and it's just like, really. So I don't still plan on listening to it, but I thought it was interesting.
Let me just comment real quick on the MC Lyte thing. I mean, obviously I haven't seen it, but it just kind of shows me that she kind of gets the fact that she, while a pioneer, she's not on the level. She's on a higher level than the BET Awards are now, and so they probably came to her and said, "We want to honor you," and she was like, "Okay." And she came, said her piece, and was out. Now,
and she went back to work.
And I'll address. Now, was she doing the MCing?
Yeah.
Okay, she was doing MCing because I know that
she does the voice.
She does the voiceover. Now, I want to address something real quick that you said, Brandy, about the Roughneck song. Mm-hmm. I mean, she was like.
Yeah, it was a while ago, but I was just saying what someone's comment was. You need to make up your mind. Do you want a roughneck or do you want a guy that's going to be a gentleman? But that was,
I guess
they were
being
a comedian, I believe. But there comes a time when you grow up and you mature. And she understood in the segment that they showed before she went up there to accept the award, she knew that it was time for her to give back to the community. Right. And she's doing a lot of things behind the scenes, going to events and holding things for kids and whatnot that people don't know about, and that was part of what they showed before she went up there for the 20 seconds.
One of the things that really struck me that I struggle with as, I guess, an old fogey hip hop fan, because I mean, certain rappers could come on now or hip hoppers could come on now, and my whole mood and demeanor will change when I hear it. Like it turns me into somebody else, and the unfortunate reality of the contradiction of hip hop is, it could be a misogynistic, hardcore gangster rapper from my youth, and one of them songs could come on, right? Like NWA. If F the Police came on right now, you would see a different me. You know what I mean?
Too, yo.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I guess I can rationalize in my head that we already kind of did all that. You know what I mean? We've already done F the Police. We've already done Just Don't Bite It. You know what I mean? Like, we've already done that. I'm not trying to be crass, but I think people understand what I'm saying. We've already done those songs. And so to hear it now, it's like, come on, man. And that's just...
It's everything in me not to say the words after that. It took everything in me.
Yeah, all right.
I'm just saying.
I'm trying to have a serious moment. And here y'all go mess with me. But I kept it with NWA, but the thing is, Rev Run came out, and Run DMC was never anybody's hardcore hip hop group, but if you really study their catalog, they said some pretty questionable stuff for the times, and Run said that while he's not a fan, he's almost 50, and he's not a fan of hip hop today. He is never going to put any of them young cats down. If they come to him, he's going to school them and all of that kind of stuff, because he remembered what it was like for him and D&J when their predecessors was making music, and how their parents and uncles and stuff like that wasn't feeling them. And they were softcore rappers compared to what you hearing now, or even some of the people that came out right behind them, Ruben. So if Run can not, diss them, then cool. But then we heard DMC come out recently and said that hip hop is whack. Which I'm kind of more with DMC.
Bust is trying to come back.
Yeah, he did a cypher and it was horrible. But that's just me. I thought.
I'll be honest with you. Buster was somebody like I think we got caught up in the antics of the whole Buster persona.
You don't think he was a good?
I mean, he was all right. He was all right, man. You know, I mean, like, and anytime scenario came on, you sat around and waited for his you know, but yeah, man, it's like, you know.
I mean, you know, he basically, he had his 15 minutes of fame 2 decades too long.
I like Spoonie G.
Who?
Spoonie G, the original gangster rapper. Ooh. Now, that's the original gangster rapper. Not only is he the original gangster rapper, but he is the original diss rapper. Now, if you're going to play that game with me, who was the rapper he attacked? Who was the rapper he attacked and basically put on the map because he picked on this guy? This guy, close. He picked on this guy. This guy wasn't even thinking about being a rapper. This guy showed up to a cypher. It's a legendary hip-hop story. This guy showed up to a cypher. Spoonie G saw him, started picking on him. I'll give you a hint. This guy showed up with a legendary DJ who's not with us no more.
That's KRS-One.
That's KRS-One. There you go.
Wow.
Yeah,
I've heard that story.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. All right.
I didn't know.
All right.
Shut it down with a little trivia there.
And you know, and on a last note, just, I don't know if you know Marcus, but next year on Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, NWA will be inducted.
I thought they were already inducted.
Nope. Not in Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm thinking of the Hip Hop Honors.
Which I thought was hot.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting to see
LL Cool J is going in with them too.
Huh?
LL Cool J too.
Yeah, but they actually perform, so I'm kind of interested how that's going to work out.
Well, I mean, Eazy's the only one that's not around, and they've been talking about putting something together since we all been waiting for Detox. I think we're all going to be on Social Security when Detox comes out, like for real.
Funny. All right. Next thing.
Charisma, dating pool diva Charisma. Author Charisma says that Public Enemy of the Kangs, and she spells it K-A-N-G. They the Kangs.
I love PE, but come on, man. Chuck D would be like, really? You need to go ahead and use that English, girl. Yeah. That's what Chuck D would tell her. But that's beside the point. I'm just picking on you, girl. Now, next thing. Is SNL racist? Is Saturday Night Live racist? Now, I will say this came from the host of Live on Radio, Steven Sykes. He put up a blog on his site about how, at first, put up how there are no black female comedians on Saturday Night Live. Okay. Now, went a little further. He puts up another thing about apparently Kenan Thompson. For those of you who don't know, is Kenan from Kenan and Kel. How he's up there now, and he basically said, you know, there ain't no black communists up there because they ain't none good enough. Now, and then of course, I think it was Essence Magazine who took that to task and was like, well, here are 8 black communists who could be on that show. And I went through the list. I can't find it right now. But my first question to y'all is, how do you feel about that?
Number one, I think that who watches Saturday Night Live anymore? It's a certain genre of people. Oh, you do watch it? I'm sorry. I tried to watch it, but I mean, Maya Rudolph, she did a great job when she was on there, and
she was the last one. She
was the last one. I don't think I've really watched it since she's been. Amy Poehler was on there, I think, too, and I think I've watched it since that era has gone out. As far as talented, I don't think there are that many black women comedians that would be able to do their skits, their flavored skits. That's why Kenan and Kel ain't getting along no more, because Kel was trying to hook up with him and do some stuff, and he's on his other level stuff. Now, he may have been mistaken by saying that. He may have meant it another way, saying that there's certain type of comedy wouldn't conform to a black comedian. Maybe that's what he meant to say, but it came out the wrong way. Me personally, I don't watch that. If I want to see a black comedian, I'm going to go and get it out the red box, get the blonde hair lady. I can't think of her name. The big blonde haired lady that's in all of the Kevin Hart movies with the long fingernails. Come on, you got to know who I'm talking about.
No idea.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Which is already...
She's got a dirty mouth.
Which is already scary.
I think Brandy just made that person
No.
up.
Well, she's got short blonde hair. She's got long fingernails. She was working in the sperm bank in 30 and counting, 30 and ticking, 35 and something. Y'all have not seen that movie with Kevin Hart.
If anybody knows who the hell Brandy talking about, please call us up at 80.
I've seen that movie at 35 and ticking, and it's horrible. But I don't remember who you're talking about.
Said he misses Mad TV.
Mad TV was very good. Yes.
Well, Keenan says that the show's questionable lack of diversity is due to the shortage of black female comedians who are quote unquote ready to join the cast. Now, with that being said,
ready to join the cast could mean that they're not ready to conform to what he's doing.
I mean, let me just say this as far as Saturday Night Live. I mean, if you go all the way back to Garrett Morris, and who left the show because of drugs. Eddie Murphy left the show because he got to be too big. You know, there was always like one black person, you know, which is consistent with the layout of television in general. And so when you look at it from that perspective, you know, the demographics of who's watching the show, that's probably consistent with, you know, how it's always been. As far as it being sisters, I mean, I don't know the sisters, you know, history like I know the brothers' history, but I also don't watch Saturday Night Live. Like, I literally, in 39 years of life, I could probably tell you that I haven't watched 39 hours of Saturday Night Live, and the show started when I was 5.
Yeah, and I think you have something there with the diversity of Saturday Night Live, or lack thereof, or how you want to do it. It's one of those things where, I mean, let's just be real. Black people don't watch Saturday Night Live due to whatever you choose to do, where maybe you're out or in the club or whatnot, or maybe you're asleep, or maybe there's just something else on.
Black
maybe
people
the
either
Apollo
sleep or in the club at 11:30 on Saturday night.
So, yeah,
and nobody else thinks that's funny that he said that? Okay, no, I'll be quiet.
Because I'm in the club.
And I'm asleep.
I mean, I'm just being real. So it's one of those things where I think there is an issue. Let me take that back. I don't know if there's an issue. I think Keenan saying what he said is interesting. Maybe he is trying to lobby for some. However, I mean, I guess theoretically you're supposed to be somebody before you go on it, or you're on the verge of being somebody or whatever. Now, from a personal opinion, you know, I don't know if I should get upset or whatever, because black people don't watch Saturday Night Live on as a whole, so why should we care?
Well, I think we should. I don't know, I should say we should care. And I also think that we getting into a dangerous territory when we say black people don't watch this show, regardless of whatever that show is. You know, and I'll give you an example. I was at karate with Mama a couple of days ago, and this white lady sitting next to me, you know, her cell phone went off, and it was Beyonce. And, you know, my first instinct was, white folk listen to Beyonce? You know what I'm saying? But then I had to catch myself, because you can't really do that. That's not, you know, like one of my best friends in the world, you know, her favorite show was Friends. And I used to think that she was crazy as hell for loving that show. Like, you watch Friends, but you don't watch Living Single? Like, didn't they come on at the same time, you know? So you like what you like. Yeah. You can't really, you know, question that. And so I think we're in a dangerous area when we do that. That's one. The other thing is, I mean, I think we need to watch what their history is. I think Keenan is in a good position to be able to make that comment, because he's right there. Yeah. He is right there, and I think that he knows. He must know something, and I haven't watched it a lot, depending on who the host is. But I also see that he don't get a lot of airtime himself on the show.
Well, he's also, if I'm correct, he's a writer, and I think he's kind of fading himself out slowly.
I think Chuck.
Well, they might be fading him out, whatever.
Lorne Michaels.
But J Rock ain't ready to blow up, so you know they gotta keep Keenan around, because Keenan by far is one of the funniest people up there.
I tell you what, you need to be watching is Key and Peele. That's what we need to be watching.
Key and Peele's funny.
I didn't think so.
Oh my God, yeah, hilarious.
Yeah, she lost her mind.
Yeah, I think you're crazy as hell. That's the best show since the Chappelle Show. For that kind of show.
God,
you just need to watch it for Obama. What is it, Angry Translator?
The Angry Translator, and the teacher. The teacher, when he goes to the class, and all the kids with the normal names, he can't stand the normal names.
Yeah.
Timothy. Who is Timothy? You mean
Yeah.
Timothy?
Timothy.
What the hell are you talking?
Yeah.
That's funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you need to you need to
Laughing
recheck
right
your
out the park.
television watching ability because Key and Peele is
But
hilarious.
then she also says she doesn't watch television. So I mean, I don't
really
know.
watch TV though.
Maybe you should watch a little bit. But that's beside the point.
Is
That's what
I
we're
Love
talking
Lucy
about right
on?
now.
I was watching it yesterday.
That's why. What's your opinion?
Divided me to
Do
vegetable.
you feel? I mean,
No, I
is
don't
there a
care.
necessity or is it a big deal to you?
Not at all. Not at all.
Wow. All right. There you go.
Man, you had a lot to say on that subject.
Yeah, sweet.
I mean, I really just don't. Okay.
Now,
Tell us how you really feel.
let's see. It's 9
Okay, but it's
o'clock.
almost 9:30.
Now, here it is. Here's the big one today.
Uh-oh.
Love it. So, I told Marcus what I was doing today, and he gave me, like, the strangest face, like, the hell you talking about? He gave me that look. So, next segment is the makeup bag. I am not talking about a makeup bag that you have your makeup in. I'm talking about what your man has to do if he did something wrong. Remember, who was it? The Dream came up with that song, The Makeup Bag.
Oh, yeah,
Drop
yeah, yeah,
5,000 stacks on the makeup bag.
Let me stop you. I'm getting a hit in social media. Charisma's still listening, and she says demographics are based on the program. If they had more black cast, there would be more black viewers. That's her comment on the Saturday night SNL thing. Go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, my question to you is, I'm gonna start with the ladies first. Then I have a different question for Marcus. Ladies,
From Marcus?
Marcus.
I did catch that.
So that's why we'll start with you. You've been around the game a little bit.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I've been around the game a
the
little bit.
game,
I don't know what
life,
hell
the
he
game
means
of
by-
life.
I don't know what he means by that. I really don't
What?
know what he means. By
You good? Stop. Stop. You're overthinking it. Your mind is overthinking it. So, what? How much has a man spent on you to get back in your good graces?
Where's he going with this?
That's the makeup. That's what the makeup bag is.
Oh, that's the makeup.
Let me see.
bag.
How much chocolate chip ice cream do I like? I don't know.
So man don't gotta spend a lot of money to get back in your good graces after he did some
Leroy
terrible.
bought me a microwave.
What?
Leroy bought me a microwave.
Leroy, you gotta call names out like that?
That was a long time ago, though.
Damn, you got
That
a
was
microwave.
like
Did he
20.
break it?
20?
Did he break it? What did he do, if I may ask?
No, I just needed one.
What did
And
he
it
do?
Was, it was so pretty, too.
Did he do anything negative to you that caused him to buy you a microwave?
No, he never did.
So
I
hold
can't
on, wait
think
a
of
minute.
anything. There is no makeup bag.
So I guess if I'm understanding you correctly, Ruben, makeup means you done did wrong. You need to make up, and so the bag,
How much money you spent
Yeah.
to get back.
Exactly. And so Leroy pissed you off. You got mad at Leroy, and so Leroy goes out and buys a microwave to make up. That's the question, and that's
I know.
Sounds
but
like the
I don't
answer
really
you giving
have
them.
anything
Exactly.
bad.
That's the comedian I was talking about earlier. I'm
Who was
sorry. I
that?
was showing a picture of the comedian I was talking about earlier.
oh Lunell.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Now you know. But nobody knew who she was.
Yeah. Oh,
before.
Lunell. Oh, I know who Lunell is.
This
Alright.
lady.
Cool.
She always plays like a real
She's like
creepy
Aretha Franklin.
old lady.
Yeah,
she
she is
reminds me of
creepy.
a younger Miss
Doesn't
Jerry
she?
from Martin.
She's
Just like Aretha Franklin.
beside the point. Let's go back to
Okay,
it.
I'm sorry.
No, there is no makeup bag. I'm sorry.
So no man has ever pissed you off to the point you don't trying to be with them, and they've never bought you anything to get back in your good graces ever.
Not that I can think of.
Wow.
I'm thinking.
We'll come back to you.
There's no need to come to me because there is no second chances with me. So.
Oh, but has any ever tried?
No, because they know.
Wow, man, this is hardcore
Oh,
right here.
wait a
Brandy is
minute.
cold blooded, man.
Wait a minute.
Cool.
It just hit me.
Oh, okay.
All right, about 5 of
What,
those
that ring on your
blow-
finger?
helium balloons. No, this was my Mother's Day present.
Oh, okay.
About 5 helium balloons and some flowers and a card. How much figure that is?
What
$20?
do you do?
Told me to kick rocks.
He told you to kick rocks?
He really said
He
that?
told
He
you
broke
to
up with
kick
you,
rocks?
and then he wanted to get back in?
When he broke up with you,
He just brought you some balloons?
Hold on, wait a minute. When he broke
He
up
brought
with
some
you, he
balloons.
told you to kick rocks. Oh snap! How old
Like,
is
he
this dude,
said, how
man?
much is it going to cost me for you to leave me alone?
It don't cost me. It don't cost nothing for me to.
And then he tried to get back in by buying you some
And then
balloons.
early the next day,
He was drunk.
After he talked to his boys, realized he messed up.
Yep. It's about $20.
That's it. Wow.
How much can about 5 helium balloons cost? some flowers. Those are probably in the market.
I hope we spent more than $20
And
on
a
that.
card.
That's hardcore right there.
But see, those are people that have money that can go and buy Louis bags and things like that. I'm not dating those type of people.
No, this girl couldn't buy no
I'm
Louis
not
bag.
a materialistic person, so they probably would take me out a lot if they were trying to get back in my good graces. That's about it. Take me to a
I
dinner.
mean, that's the same thing. So, Marcus,
What's up?
you ever tried to get back in after you messed up?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's pretty much like if you done, you done.
I
You
mean,
got that kind of time.
I'm not somebody that you're gonna be looking to for me to break the bank to get back in good graces. That's not something that I do because I know that that's bullshit to most women. The reality is, if you mess up, you need to figure out how you messed up, and you need to do the reverse of that. And you also need to figure out what she likes and what will appeal to her. Like, that's why it says that we don't listen as men. She says that we don't listen. So if you messed up, then maybe you need to pay attention to something that she said to you in the past, and you make up that way, as opposed to having a bag and you spending money. That's just not something that I do. If I spend money on you, then maybe if we go out to eat or something, or if I buy you a drink or something like that, that's one thing. But that's not trying to make up. I think it's different. If you need to make up, you need to figure out how you messed up and do the reverse of that.
I think that makeup bag thing is kind of for somebody that's not as mature and they need material type things anyway. That's just my opinion.
Like, the first thing that comes to mind was like when Kobe got busted out in Colorado and he bought like a bazillion-dollar ring. Like, I'm sorry, that just wouldn't have been me.
And she's sitting there with the ring.
If you'd have been Kobe and you messed up, you wouldn't have bought her a ring?
I don't think that. I mean, okay, so she has the ring, but he still messed up. Now what? I'm supposed to not be mad now because I got a ring? I mean,
you're looking at it all the time. That's a
reminder of what he did. What you gonna do next week, honey?
I mean, I would say, first of all, I don't think I'm gonna say that this makeup bag thing is good. I will say, however, that he had a choice. He either buy her, or all the money he made, buy her something that she can show off to everybody, because ultimately,
or get a divorce and pay millions of dollars.
Exactly.
That's why, because she's already signed that prenup that says that he has to pay her however much money for each kid that she has and all of that. That's why he spent that money.
All right, now we getting a question from the dating pool diva. When you interject relationship type stuff, of course, the dating pool diva is going to have a comment on it, and I'd like to put this out here. I want you to directly address this, Ruben.
Sure.
Why does it have to be about money? There are non-monetary ways to make up, and she's saying amen to me because I disagree with there being a makeup bag as well. And so I'd like you to address that. Why does it have to be about money?
I don't know. I mean, I'm poor, so it's not like that. I can do things. I can have a makeup bag myself, so I would do something else. I would be a little creative with it as much as I can. But like you said earlier, you got to find out why you messed up before you can get yourself fixed up. And it's just one of those things. I mean, but the thing about it is, in the world that we live in, there are just some people who is about money. And if you have one of those who is about money, the only way you're getting back in is spending some money.
But do you really want that type of person?
Me personally? Nah. I mean, I ain't got money to spend, so she know what she getting in before she get in. But if you have money, and you choose to go that route with someone like that, and they may not necessarily be like that, but you may feel because you are emotionally incapable of doing what you need to do, you have to show your love in a different way. And unfortunately, there are some men out there who can't show their love like I would or whatever. They have to spend their money to show that quote unquote love.
No, I can dig that. I mean, because the truth is that's what we do. Yeah. Because money is power, and how oftentimes men exert their power is by showing their financial resource. So while I'm not changing my stance on it, I'm understanding it a little bit more as we're talking about it. you know, somebody like Kobe who has enough money to do anything that he wants to do, you know, that can also be, you know, kind of a double-edged sword because it kind of precludes him from being creative and figuring out where he messed up. And not just Kobe, just anybody who has those kinds of financial resources. You know, your level of creativity may decrease because you have so much money. All you got to do is write a check, and then you expect whatever the problem was to go away. Whereas, you know, it's not going, well, I should say it's not. I don't know who the sister is, but my guess is there's going to still be, now I might make it a little bit easier for her to swallow with that nice pink, you know, ring on her finger.
Remember J-Lo and Diddy when they went through their whole thing, and then she made that song "Love Don't Cost a Thing"? I'm pretty sure he messed up a lot of times and kept giving her stuff, and then she made that song to try to tell him that's not what I wanted. All I wanted was time with you. So
that song was about Diddy?
I think it was.
That song's clearly about Diddy.
Really? Okay.
Because she came out with it right after she broke up with him.
Pretty much.
It's clearly about Diddy.
Okay.
But that's, you know, that's how some people get there. They can't just like tell people stuff. They gotta
gotta
make
sing
songs
it.
and shit. Excuse my language. Like Taylor
A
Swift.
song about it, like the here you go.
Like Taylor Swift, she gotta make songs about her ex-boyfriend.
What was the
Don't-
song
she
she had
making
where she
millions
broke
of
up?
dollars,
Didn't she got a song where she broke up with the boyfriend or something?
Who knows? All her songs
Taylor
like that.
Yeah.
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 I mean, really?
She ever said I kind of want to run up on the
Never,
stage
ever
and
wanted-
snatch the mic from her, and,
You know,
like Kanye did.
every time she comes up with a song, I don't feel my anger for Kanye disappears.
Just a little bit,
Yeah.
a little bit more. Yeah, that's what I'm
Because
saying.
maybe that was karma. That shit, excuse me, stuff need to happen. Because I can't stand Taylor Swift, and whenever a award show come on, I can't deal with it because I know she's gonna say something stupid.
She's so
or
annoying, man.
The
she is
song
immature.
We will
She's
never,
so annoying.
ever get back together. That's the song.
Is that the one I'm thinking of? Yeah. She is so annoying, man. She really is. It's
I mean, she's dated half of Hollywood, and nobody stays with her. Maybe the problem is you.
nobody stays with John Mayer either, dude. So it ain't.
John Mayer
it's
has
not-
a racist.
I like John Mayer.
I used to like John Mayer until we found out that he don't like us. So
Well, see, but the
No,
thing about
his thing doesn't like us. It's not him. It's his. Yeah, he's selective about who he would stick.
yeah,
Okay.
I mean, but apparently John Mayer is built like a horse, from what I've heard. But I mean, because you can't date half. You can't date half of Hollywood and have a bad rep.
sure you can.
Rihanna.
Halle Berry been married like how many times?
No, not that kind of bad rep.
I mean, I've heard it
Women
said.
aren't
I've
gonna
heard.
date
I've
you.
heard
You
it.
have-
I've heard it said. Since you got your little sources, I got mine too.
Uh-huh.
And I've heard that Serena Williams and Halle Berry are the two least attractive in certain kind of ways. Even though they project beauty on the outside, that you know there's.
Man, I bet Serena is a pure B, straight up. But Common dated her for like ever, which is almost yeah. You know, Common dated Serena Williams.
I'm thoroughly convinced that Halle Berry is off her rocker.
Yes, most people do believe that.
I'm convinced of it.
think
I
she
don't
is.
condone anybody putting their hands on anybody. So David Justice, you were dead wrong.
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes hit her?
Yeah, Wesley
He
Snipes
was
gave her the
wasn't
black
he the one
eye.
that busted
Bust
her
her ear.
ass?
What you
say? They used to date?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Wesley.
Back when
Wesley
she
used to
was-
date the black
when she
hole?
was- when she was first coming out,
He
as a
like
Wesley
he
Snipes
like
was
he
the
like
kid on the white
permanently
side of
injured her. Yeah.
she was definitely like she's definitely like 1 year because of
Oh,
Wesley Snipes.
snap.
Yeah, man.
Or
But anyway,
halfway.
but there's something with her because it's something about
Nah,
her.
she don't
If
mess.
different men
She don't mess with
keep
brothers no
doing
more.
something to put their hands on you, if you keep pushing different men that don't even know each
Yeah.
other to that point, you're doing
And
something.
David used to do it on the regular.
Yeah, I mean, I can't condone it. I
No,
don't
no,
care
definitely
what
not,
What
but-
she's saying, but you know, I mean, I think as men, you know, we have all had our lady say something to us that made us want to, you know, handle
Yeah.
things in
Negatively.
a less appropriate way.
Yeah.
And usually when you get to that point, you either leave or you drink. I'm just saying.
I mean, that's real. Just leave, drink, or take a charge.
Yeah, I mean, those are your options.
Yeah.
You know, so you
Or
know.
punch a hole in the wall. I mean, you got to do something. It's
Yeah,
just-
you can't punch your lady in the face.
and you
man.
know, and
We at Ain't No Half Steppin Marcus, J Legacy, Internet Radio do not endorse punching your lady
Definitely
in the face.
definitely not. Definitely
Please
not.
don't, hey, don't bust her eardrum.
God.
We don't condone people accidentally tripping.
Nope. falling
None of
down,
that.
getting pushed downstairs.
Yeah,
None of that stuff. You know,
And
even
being
if,
chased by wheelchairs, we don't condone that either.
yes.
What?
I'm not sure where that was.
Teddy P, man. Teddy P.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you though. Now I'm not trying to be funny because Teddy ain't here no more. But let me just say this, right? If you scared of a dude in a wheelchair, then he must be a monster, yo.
He must have been
They
a beast.
have really strong arms. They have to. I'm telling you, they
sorry.
have really
Yeah.
strong arms.
but you know what his weakness is? A flight of stairs.
He would have got a bat to the face.
You're like, look
Real
here,
talk.
look here, Teddy.
Run. Leave.
look-
Get in the car. What's he going to do? Chase you with the wheels?
Come on,
I'm
now.
just saying,
I don't,
man.
Hey, look, I don't care how strong his arms are. He can't do this faster than you can run.
run
And then you
around.
can, hey,
Come on,
you
can
can
you
just
get me?
run
Come
behind him, right? You just run behind him, smack him in the back of the head, and then when you turn around, then you run behind him again, smack him in the back of the head again. Come on, man. How you get abused by somebody in a wheelchair? There you go.
Yeah, all you got to do is, when you're on the toilet, take toilet paper. I mean, what he going to do?
You can tamper with that wheelchair. I mean,
I'm
there's
just
a lot of
saying.
things that you can do.
I'm just saying that I don't condone it, and if it feels bad for us even talking about this, but real talk, you can't sit here and just and be afraid of a dude in a wheelchair who can't get to you if you unless you allow him to.
Beat up by a blonde person.
That's just as bad. That's about the same level. I mean, and I don't feel bad. You know, I feel bad for her. Don't get me wrong. But yo, once he got in the wheelchair, if you didn't control his life,
We need to
then
stop talking about handicapped people.
no, I'm just saying. You can't. If you got legs and they don't, you should not be abused by them. Straight up. I'm just being real. I mean, you just can't. You cannot.
Well, I mean,
They can't go to McDonald's, y'all.
but you know what though? I mean, we can say all of that, but the reality is
It
that
happened.
Gary Coleman's ex-wife said that he was abusive to her, and if you saw the two of them she was like a foot of height between the two of them.
Yo,
And
kick
you know,
him in the cojones.
yeah, but I mean, he's the same dude when he was a security guard that he
beating people in the
beat up people with. So I probably
Man,
shouldn't
they
have
were
brought
like,
up
yo,
Gary
you
Coleman.
can't go and bow.
You gonna get haunted tonight by a set of ashy hands. Keep it up.
I'm just saying, you know, I'm not,
Talking about
and don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, people out there, I'm not trying to make light of the situation, but yo, ladies, if your men are abusing you and they have an ailment that prevents them from doing things properly and you have to be there for them, they should not be abusing you. I just don't see it.
What's the movie? What's the Tyler Perry movie when the girl help her husband in the bathtub?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Angry. What's
Yeah,
the movie?
Diary of a Black
Diary of a Black
Did she do something with something on the floor where he slipped and fell and he was
She
beating her
told
with a
him.
belt?
Oh.
No, that was a different
No,
one. That was
that
a different
was the
one. Where they
other
poured
one
the
with the-
baby
with
oil
baby
on
oil
the
on the
bricks.
She was whooping him.
Yeah, she hit him with the pan. Yeah, he did.
That was
what happened?
holiday. That was one of the holidays.
Because he got in an accident, he's in a wheelchair, and he was just like,
Yep,
I
he
love you,
dragged
baby.
her
She
out
was
the
like,
house.
She put him in the jacuzzi and he was about to drown.
Yeah.
That's
Wasn't
what
that
you're
Regina
talking
King with the belt?
that's
No,
called.
the one was Regina King was beating the dude. That was a holiday movie with
remember
Chris
that.
Brown and all of them in it.
See, first of all, she should have been beating up Chris Brown. Just what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that out there. I just said it.
What's
I
that
just.
song he got out now?
Who cares?
Who's the girl that sings it with
Who
him?
cares?
Is it
Her
Don't
name
know.
is Seven Streeter. That's the girl's
Who?
name. Her name is
Seven
Seven Streeter.
Streeter.
Yes, and
No, Seven
Streeter's
Streeter. Yeah, so
Someone,
that little song they
someone's
had.
name is Seven Street.
Yeah, that's
SEVYN.
She was a back.
SEVYN.
She was a backup dancer for Chris Brown.
Yeah, yeah, she's alright. She
She
can sing a
sound
little bit.
like what's the girl from American Idol that sang with him before?
I have no idea.
Jordan Sparks.
Yeah, she sounded like her.
Jordan Sparks. Her dad was used to play for the Giants. Philippi Sparks.
Really?
Are we done with the makeup bag?
I mean, apparently we are. We done went down to like different.
I don't even
tangents.
know. Yeah, I forgot. That's what
About,
we're supposed to
you
be
know.
talking about.
But real talk. Hey, look, people, love your people. I'm out for this week. Next week, we got another round table coming up. Hopefully, it's just as enjoyable as this one, and we will not be talking about Teddy P beating up anybody no more.
And you know how Steppin with Marcus J. We're gonna take our final break of the night. When we come back, we got our rants, we got our closings. We're gonna close it out. Big Road, SY, Brandy, Cass, Marcus J. And you, the listener, stay with us. Be back in a minute.